Grand Rising, welcome to Healing Hype Man. Message of the day. Let's kind of dive in. You already see the title, so perhaps this resonates with you. We're going to pull 3 oracle cards, and then we'll pull some tarot to kind of give us the message that wants to come through today. The message that wants to come through today. What's been coming to my mind today that kind of sparked this was channeling and psychedelics or ceremonies, different spaces, different types of settings for healing, right? That's perhaps you're looking at that. You're looking into different modalities when it comes to healing, empowerment, happiness, clarity, life purpose on the bottom. This is an energy here of like somebody knows what to do next. There's your title, right? Perhaps you're looking for guidance to know what to do next. A perfect place to do that is in some sort of ceremony, in some sort of meditation, bringing the things that you have gathered already into some sort of ceremony or meditation like that to really ask spirit, universe, guides, angels, animal spirits to give you more clarity or guidance on something. But I really feel like someone's really taking the initiative here and with empowerment, really taking the initiative to go and seek some sort of clarity, to get some sort of clarity. Maybe you've received some sort of clarity, right? This is a general reading, so of course it's going to be different for everyone here. Let's pull some tarot. Should I pull one for each one? Yeah. Let's kind of dive into this, but there is some sort of clarity that's coming to you. You feel the urge to go after some sort of clarity. You receive some sort of clarity that is really making you happy. It can be as simple as you receive some good news. I gotta be really honest. Clarifying empowerment is 7 of Wands, 5 of Cups, clarifying happiness. Clarifying clarity is the 4 of Wands. I feel like there was, it was like unexpected, perhaps. Well, first and foremost, you really are taking initiative. The 7 of Wands, like talk about the most protector, like you are empowering yourself, like you feel the confidence to go after or seek to understand something in your life. It very well can be as simple as like, I am taking the initiative to go after my happiness. What is happiness for me? What brings me joy? Because you sat in things that did not bring you joy. 5 of Cups, right? Things perhaps might not have gone well, could be not going well. If I look at this as the past, present, future, maybe you're like, I'm done feeling like this. 5 of Cups. Something didn't work out again, and we're going to look at expectations here. But there seems to be an energy of like, I'm ready to go after this. And the clarity that you're looking for is like, what is my end result? What is my achievement? What is my accomplishment? What are my accomplishments? How can I win in the end? How can I clearly get to my victory to celebrate that relationship that I have, right? Let's dive into this. This is like really taking the initiative. I'm going after because I'm tired of feeling this way. Well, let me ask that. Tell me about this 5 of Cups. Like, what is this? What are you tired of feeling? What are you tired of feeling? There's change there. 5 implies you're down to change the way you feel. Of course we are, right? You're ready to change the way you feel. Clarifying the 5 of Cups is the Ace of Wands, the Empress, and the Knight of Pentacles. Like you have ideas and you've matured in many ways, and perhaps it's not going at the pace you want it to. You're tired of waiting, I can tell you that much too. You're tired of waiting for your happiness. So you're taking the initiative to go after it. Or that's something that we could and should do. We have the capacity to do that at any point in time. For those of you that might feel like I'm not happy, my question to you is like, okay, what are you doing about it? I feel a big sense of maturity. The Empress is here. Like, you are prepared for this. My last reading was about bringing something to life. It was fertility, right? And that card reminded me of the Empress. And once again, it's like, you are prepared for this. Perhaps you need this little nudge to let you know, like, hey, I want to go after my happiness. I'm tired of waiting. Knight of Pentacles. I'm tired of waiting. And that is the card that's telling you, like, it's time to get to work. Right? Perhaps now you feel prepared, and I can really say that. Now you have empowerment, you feel empowered, and you're ready to stand up for your beliefs. Perhaps you needed to wait. Right? In the past, you were building your belief systems. You were preparing your energy. You were preparing your confidence. You were preparing your belief systems. You were getting signs and synchronicities from the moon that's pictated behind her. She looks like a famous person, and I can't sense who. She also looks like a female, a feminine shaman that I follow. It's interesting. So I'm not going to harp so much on the past. I think that we're always constantly trying to empower ourselves to move forward, right? But I do feel like you are tired of waiting. So I guess the next question is like, okay, what do we do next? What do we do next? How do we get to that clarity? What do we do next? What do we do next? What do we do next? Wheel of Fortune. Well, lucky you, it's time. Time for that. I'm going to pull 3 here, of course. King of Swords, Page of Cups. Well, my friend, go after it. Like, it's time to go after it. You're determined. You have to be determined for this next chapter. This is going to be a cycle. This is going to be something that you haven't experienced yet. When you're ready, it's time. You need to be determined. You need to be direct about your intention. Do not forget about the love. This is telling me like you are new at it at the same time with the Page of Cups here, right? Which is why I said like this is another chapter. So I want you to be gentle with yourself here, but that determination is always going to be there. And you're clear on this because like clarity is in the future. Like that's what we're looking to gain. We're trying to find clarity on our happiness, right? I think that once you make that decision within yourself that this is the direction that I'm going in, this is what I'm going to do, it starts with you making that choice on the inside and saying yes. The same way, I'm going to use this here because I just recently used it. The same way you make the internal choice to, I'm leaving that job, I'm leaving that relationship, I'm moving on, I'm doing this. It starts with the internal dialogue. And in my mental health work, I love to help people love their self-talk. If you don't love the way that you're talking to yourself, how can anyone else want to work with you, be with you, collaborate with you, commune with you, if the way that you're talking to yourself is negative, condescending, hopeless, right? But that space that we all have sat in and have the capacity to sit in based on the experiences around us. What I'm trying to say here is like there is an internal like I am determined to do this. So you've already made that choice. And we're going to luck is on your side. Your next chapter is here. Do not forget to have fun. And this also tells me like there's emotional investment into this, right? So we need to go. We need to be direct. Okay, if I want to say what exactly do we need to do based on these cards, I would say be very optimistic. Look at all of your options. I would even say perhaps even have a plan. And again, boundaries are going to be needed here with the King of Swords. Like I have a mission to do. Being dedicated to this at the same time. Finding your happiness. Finding your joy. Because it's going to require work. Like as you're going through this chapter, as I said, right, your next chapter, your next cycle, which you haven't necessarily been in yet, you might have been in different cycles that are similar to it. So use those strengths to benefit you, right? Utilizing your strengths here, King of Swords. Utilizing your strengths, right? Utilizing your words. There is something here that needs to be spoken. and felt. Have you spoken this out yet? Have you spoken about, have you journaled about, have you spoke to yourself about this mission in which you are, I am prepared to seek my happiness? It would imply that there is some seeking to understand that would need to take place, right? I'm getting like this toss and turn between patience. I think that you've waited long enough. I can tell you that. I don't think you'll be waiting much longer to see action take place, right? Give me another action card. Another action card. Am I taking that? Yes. The Ten of Pentacles, the High Priestess, and the Ace of Swords. You got to commit to this, and you got to commit to things that you cannot see. You're going in, I don't even want to say blind, right? I'm not even going to say, you're not going in blind, but you have to commit to this, not knowing what the outcome is going to be. There will be clarity once again. Like, clarity is here 3 times, my friend. Clarity is here 3 times. If you're seeking for clarity, there needs to be a mission of being committed and dedicated to this, and being dedicated to what you cannot see. The Fool at the bottom of the deck, prepared to take whatever is on. Now, this reading is just very traditional, like a hype me up to like go and seek my happiness. With the Lovers at the bottom, and the reason why I say that is because you're more than prepared for this. The Emperor and the Seven of Wands. Like, you how many more times, maybe we all needed to hear it every now and then. How much more reassurance and guidance, I'll give you as much as you want actually, that you need to let you know that you're ready for this. Maybe you're ready for happiness, and that would require for you to let go of something, right? We can all be at different areas of our life. And as I'm saying that out loud, I'm like, well, this is why people need reassurance. Absolutely. And I'm here to hype you up so you can go and live your life's purpose. And our purpose in life is to be happy, right? Take a look at your North Node as well. I've been diving into that. That might guide you in a direction of where your happiness lies. I'm putting together a North Node workshop for the State of Gratitude retreat that I'll be co-facilitating in April in the California desert. So if you'd like to attend that, the link is in the bio. I'll probably post it afterwards as well in April. Listen, you got to be dedicated and committed to the things that you cannot see. More secrets shall be revealed. But the secrets are going to bring more truth, more clarity. Clarity. The Four of Wands. Clarity in happiness. Clarity in fulfillment. Let's clarify this Four of Wands here. Tell me more about this. And this is what's to come. This is the clarity that you're gaining, the accomplishments that you will be achieving, the celebrations that you will have from the clarity gained. Strength. Wow. Queen of Swords. Talk about a leader here. Five of Wands. Well, you'll definitely be able to handle conflict resolution much easier, right? Perhaps there's clarity in conflict resolution that you're seeking. That's an avenue of like relationship therapy that I'm looking into as well. Relational therapy. I'm going to talk a little bit about that really quick since we're talking about that, right? And I'm sure all of you would want some sort of more of a cohesive relationships, platonic or romantic, right? And conflict resolution is definitely something that we all desire to have, because in relationships, platonic or romantic, there's always going to be conflict, and how we handle those conflicts really says a lot about your character and your willingness to adapt, to change. As I've always said, relationships are not easy, right? They do come with challenges. Most of the time, we need healing from a violation of a relationship, right? We need healing because our past relationships, they were violated, whether that was family relationships, friendships, romantic relationships. Maybe we even, for myself included, I violated my relationship with myself in the things that I did in my past, right? And to my body, and abusing substances and engaging in compulsive behaviors and things like that, right? I own that as that's a violation. I violated my relationship with my body, and I regained that in my journey. Healing happens in connection. As I've mentioned this before, healing always takes place. Healing takes place in many different ways, but because there's two types of healing healing happens in connection. It can happen two different ways. Internally, which is just that solo work. We dive in, we go in, we feel, we approach with those feelings, we explore those feelings. The internal solitude healing. I'm in isolation, posting on Instagram. I'm healing. I don't want to go out. Doing that whole thing. Then it happens in relational, right? Relational encounters, experiences. I always say there's book 1 and there's book 2. And what I see here is you gaining clarity on your achievements, gaining confidence, being able to speak your truth and handle conflict resolution much easier. And as I look at this, I'm like, you can handle anything, to be honest, not just conflict resolution. Conflict within yourself. Perhaps you're having an internal dialogue with yourself about what happiness truly is. That's a conflict violation. That's a conflict resolution within yourself that you need to take a look at. Right? There's an internal conflict with myself. Most of the work that I do in therapy is typically like internal conflict, unless I'm dealing with couples or families, and that's a violation of relationship boundaries, right? I do readings for self. When I say that this is trying to find your happiness within you, and there might be some internal dialogues that you're not sure about, I could say that. But what I can say, the outcome is that you'll be able to handle those. What I'm seeing is that you have enough juice and the power and the confidence and the resilience and the stamina and the fuerza, si tú puedes, ¿verdad? Like, you have the vitality to actually go after this because you're sick and tired of it just happening over and over again. 5 of Cups. You are also at a place of maturity and you're done with this amateur, BS. You also have some new creative ideas and sparks and passions that you want to go after, and things are kind of it's time to get to work. You have all this maturity and all this knowledge and this wisdom about what you don't like, okay? What you don't like. So now it's time to get to work and go after what it is that you do like and you do want. Be determined, be dedicated to push through this. Don't forget to have fun. I would even say maybe have a plan. The King of Swords is direct in his plan. You got to take this serious. How serious do you take yourself? If you don't take yourself serious, why would someone else do that, right? But it looks like we're willing to explore our connection with ourselves and with others. Again, healing takes place in connection in 2 ways, internal and in relational. Perhaps you're doing one and then the other. Perhaps you're doing both simultaneously. Perhaps you're trying to get rid of people so then you can bring more people in so that you can do it relationally. Of course, I understand that. Take your own time here, but I hope you take this information and whatever stood out to you, let me know down below if whatever stood out to you. I would love to hear that. But this was an interesting reading about just being empowered to go and seek clarity in what makes me happy. That's a good question for me to ask myself sometimes too. I'm not perfect and no one else is, and there's aspects to ourselves that sometimes we forget about, aspects to myself that I can preach about and teach about and educate as an educator, counseling educator. Sometimes we need that little reality check. So I'm going to watch this back for myself too, I just want to put myself in your boat. It's not always sunshine, rainbows, and lollipops. And we might be on a path like, oh, this is going to make me happy. But like, is that the root of it? Is that what we're really yearning for? Is that what we're really going after? But you're ready to go after. My name is Alvin Catalan. I'm present. I'm done speaking now.